Golf Central Update, brought to you by TaylorMade.
One of those who has played a big part in seeing Sunday's event come to fruition is Stephen Cox, senior referee on the PGA Tour. Stephen, always good to catch up. Appreciate you spending some time with us. And as you've been a part of the planning for this event from its inception, what are some of the obstacles you've had to deal with and overcome?
Well, good to speak to you, Steve. It's we're operating in challenging times, and we're certainly not anywhere close to normal. I think the biggest challenge, other than the fact that we've tried to put this together or have put it together in somewhere close to 3 weeks, are the number of people that we've tried to limit on site to put this this match together. We've tried to keep it under 50, which for someone like yourself who's been on site at a PGA Tour event and understands and knows what it takes to put something like this on, although there are only 4 players, it's still a challenge from a production standpoint with only 50 people on site to put a golf show together for national and international television. So that's probably our biggest challenge. And then obviously we're very cognizant of the times that we're operating in. We don't want to come across as being tone deaf, and we've worked very, very closely with Palm Beach County and to try and fall into line as much as we possibly can with the guidelines within that emergency order 5, which talks very closely and in detail about social golf. And we've worked very closely with them over the last 2 to 3 weeks to bypass some of those obstacles. But in a nutshell, it's been a wonderful collaborative effort from a number of different partners, and we're excited to showcase to the world Seminole tomorrow.
Well, we're excited to see it, Stephen. And following up on that, what are some of the safety precautions that are in place?
Well, very much as we're operating in our daily normal, routines, we're asking our players to social distance at all times, even to the extent of, it's a team. Obviously, it's a team format, so we're very cognizant that we don't want to see, fist bumps, and if they're reading the putts of their partner to social distance in that regard, and everything from in terms of our obligations to our own staff and the staff here at Seminole. We've obviously gone through rigorous testing procedures and screening procedures prior to everyone coming on site here, and which is very, very similar to what you're going to see when the tour restarts at Colonial. Obviously we've only got 4 players here, so it's a little bit of an easier domain for us to control. It's a very small micro bubble, if you want to call it that. But we're going to the same steps that if you were going to go to the supermarket or a place where there's other people around. We were operating in a very similar manner. We're providing everybody with facial coverings and advising them when would be appropriate to wear such coverings. If you're not in a position where you can social distance, we're obviously providing everyone with the appropriate amounts of sanitation and hand sanitizer, and making sure that objects which the players may come into contact with, or for that matter, the staff coming into contact with, are appropriately cleaned down prior to them using their equipment. So it's very, very similar to what you'd expect in your regular daily lifestyles.
Sunday's going to be a great opportunity, Stephen, and for many to first to ever see Seminole Golf Club. What are they going to see from the standpoint of how you plan on setting it up?
Well, up until the last 24 hours, I was rather hoping it was going to be firm and fast, and we were going to see the lightning quick greens that Seminole is renowned for. And unfortunately, we've had after this latest storm, probably somewhere close to 1.5 inches, pushing to 2 inches of rain. So if you saw it right now, it would be anything but firm and fast. But I'm confident that Hal Hicks, the superintendent down here, can he'll obviously work his magic, and we'll try and get the place drained out, and I'm in no doubt that the greens will be a beautiful surface, and we'll see them, a very nice speed come what may. Now, in terms of setup wise, it's obviously, now we've had a little bit of moisture, it's going to be a little bit more accessible to the players, which allows us, from a setup perspective, maybe to be a little bit more aggressive. But we're still recognizing there's only 4 players out there, and it's for fun, and and there's a charitable element for the guys to make birdies and stuff like that. So we're going to set it up accordingly, and so it should be fun for the broadcaster. And we're going to have a mixture of hard holes, and there's plenty out there, and they'll probably play hard. And then there's some slightly easier holes, and there's the opportunity where the players can score. But I think you're going to see tomorrow some wonderful shot making from the guys. The green complexes are and the second shot shot making capabilities for these guys will showcase Seminole to its as what it is. It's an American treasure.
Stephen, before I let you go, we got about 30 seconds left. What does tomorrow mean relative to the PGA Tour scheduled return on June 11th?
I think it's huge for us to showcase to the world that we can play golf at the highest level, not necessarily social golf, but professional golf, in a safe and respectable manner. And obviously those first events at Colonial are going to be different to the outside world when they tune in. And we were obviously very keen to get going here and get across in the right vein, but being respectful to what is going on in everybody's communities, whether it just be here in the United States or for that matter for around the world. And this is just a wonderful opportunity where we can raise hopefully huge sums of money for those people who are fighting bravely on the front line for us.
Well, Stephen, always good to catch. Forward to seeing you in person real soon.
Golf Central Update, brought to you by TaylorMade.